everybody and welcome. I'd like to talk to you about these, which are beaded tassels that you can use for your projects. These ones are made from the glass bugle beads, which are slightly larger than the seed beads, with some acrylic beads on the ends, and the hanging string made from glass, the glass beads as well. This one I made from rainbow iridescent, sort of larger seed beads, and put crystal spacer beads on the ends, a fabric racked central bead, and a hanging chain. So I just thought I'd do a short demonstration on how I made these. Right, firstly you will need some thread, strong thread. This is actually beading thread, so it is quite strong. Some beads of your choice. So I've got 2 pink beads for either end and just some white glass beads for the lengths. Pair of scissors, a needle, and this is invaluable to me, a magnet. It means when I put my needle down I don't lose it. It also makes it a lot easier for me to thread the thread, especially when I can't find my needle threader, which has disappeared. And I have another fabric wrapped pink bead. So firstly, you need to cut yourself some thread, more than twice the length of the drop that you require. I'm going to take my needle, and I find it so much easier if I hold the needle on the magnet, put my finger behind it so I can see, I can actually thread the needle, and as I say, put it down. It's not going to disappear. I'm not going to have trouble picking it up, and it just makes life so much easier. I then take my beads, find a smaller one, thread that onto your cotton. Now what I need to do is to find the other end and tie a knot. Okay, and just trim off some of the excess. Now taking my needle, bring the needle eye up to the knot. It just means that you don't have too many joins in the lengths that you're creating. I then take my end bead and thread that on. I've chosen a length that I would like, so I've actually pre-made some drops already. This was around 50 beads. Obviously, given the nature of these beads, they are very slightly different in length, but that shouldn't matter too much. Then I just take my tray of beads and start to thread them onto the cotton. Trying to keep the knot as close to the needle eye as possible. And I just keep going until I've threaded all the beads that I need for the length of drop that I require. Right, once I've reached close to the length that I'm after, I take the next large end bead, I thread that on, and then I take another of the white beads. This is just very slightly smaller. I thread that on after the pink bead. Then taking the needle, I go back through the pink bead and then you can pull the bead down the thread until it sits virtually on top of the very last bead of the length that you wanted. And take the needle again, take it back through that bead, and then tie, which is fiddly, tie a knot, or more than one knot, but tie a knot in to hold the bead on. And then just trim off the excess. And then I've left now with 5 lengths, which will give me 10 drops. Right, now try to lay the lengths out relatively evenly. As I said, the beads themselves, these beads will mean that they are very slightly different in length. Now I need to find the middle. So take my ruler, and it's 16 centimetres, so that the centre of the lengths is around 8 centimetres. So I take my spiky tool and lift the beads up. Hopefully they're relatively even, but they should be okay. And I'll just lay those down for a second. And I need some more thread. Take a good length of thread. And my needle. Again, tie the two ends together. Probably double knot this just to make this one a little more secure. Now I need to take my bundle of tassels, try and separate them out. and bring my thread easier said than done. Up into the middle. So it grabs all the tassels. Now you need to tie this off with several knots just to make it more secure. So that gives you your drops, your tassely bit. Now, this is the fiddly bit. I need to get my central bead and bring the cotton through the hole, which it's not playing the game. There we go. Now I've pre-cut and made a chain loop for the top. So I shall find one of the loops, take the needle through it, and then you need to tie again several knots to hold the loop on. I'm going to take my scissors, trim out the excess. There we have another tassel which you can use for your projects, for anything really, for hanging from mini albums to, I mean, just basically just to having as a dangle. So that's my demonstration on how to make beaded tassels. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.